We are at the premiere and all courtesy goes to Well, I've got my Lord of the Rings set out and you can see it rightly over here, and the reasons for the same are pretty simple. It's time for the Rings of Power TV show. I thought let's go and attend this premiere, it would be fun, and I'm all set, all geared up for the same. So I'll be leaving in some time after I freshen up, but before that I wanted to start this video to start the intro for the same. So I'll be traveling to PVR Chanakyapuri in Delhi. So they are hosting this premiere all over India at 5 different locations. I'll be shooting my review for the first 2 episodes and my experience in overall experience at the premiere in the second half of this video once I return from there. Within the span of 10 odd days we got 2 new shows. One was House of Dragons and then we got this Rings of Power 22nd and then 2nd. So it's amazing. It's amazing time for all the TV show lovers, all the book lovers and all those things. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's go. So guys, I am here at PVR Chanakyapuri and you can see I'm here for House of Kerala Rings of Power premiere. So we are at the premiere and all courtesy goes to Comic Con India. So I saw one of the posts and I came here for the premiere. So I'm excited for it. You can see all the posters over here, Rings of Power, and I'm not here with my usual vlogging setup. I'm here just with my phone because the camera is not allowed in the cinema. So anyhow, let's enjoy the show and I'll give review of the show with one of my friend who is here. So Siddhant, you must have seen him in my book fairs video and Comic Con India. So yeah, excited for Rings of Power. So we are a little early, that's why we are just waiting. 7 p.m. the show will start and then we'll see the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power. I'm super excited for it, and do let me know in the comment section below how many of you have read Lord of the Rings. I have read it and I have seen it. I just love it. I haven't seen Hobbit, but I've read the Hobbit. So Siddhant, have you seen House of Dragons?
No, I haven't.
So I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's on Disney Plus Hotstar and it's a good show. I'm loving it. I was missing Game of Thrones from a very long time, so I thought let's give it a shot. So I'm seeing that, and I haven't read. Have you read Fire and Blood?
No, I haven't.
I haven't as well. So I'm having that hard copy with me. It's a beautiful hard copy, but I haven't read as of now. So I'm looking forward to read it as well. From there we'll enter in Audi 2. So we are still waiting for 7 p.m. So the show is about to start and we also got complimentary popcorn and Pepsi. So I'm going in now, Audi 2, and we'll be enjoying the first 2 episodes of Ring of Power.
अगर ये रिंग देते it would have been more topical.
अच्छा हमको सिखा रिया है.
भाई को हैंड बैंड की जगह रिंग चाहिए. So it's the next day. I watched the premiere yesterday and today I'll be talking about the first 2 episodes. I'll be giving my review for the same, and also I'll be talking about my experience, how the premiere was organized and what was my experience overall. So let's keep these books. So I totally liked how they organized it, and it was very well maintained. Like, I felt there was no other show going on in that cinema, in that premiere, because everywhere, wherever I watched, there was just Rings of Power. All the hoardings, all the banners and all those things were related to Rings of Power. So yeah, for one day PVR Chanakyapuri was all occupied by Rings of Power. So overall my experience was good. At the start of the venue, when I was just entering, they caught me and asked me a couple of questions. So just hope they don't put me in the promo of their TV show. So yeah, I actually liked it. The first half an hour was like trying to build up along the same lines of Lord of the Rings, but the second half of first episode was totally good and I liked it, and the second episode was my favorite. Like the second one was much better than the first one, and stories were taking place at the same time, and in a way they will get bind up in the later part of series. That's what happens with every other series. So if I have to talk about the characters and all those things, so I found it very much closer to the books, like the elves, dwarves and all those things. By the way, in the second episode I found elven and dwarves banter that we have seen in Lord of the Rings as well. Gimli and Legolas, one of those friendships I totally adore. So
That still only counts as one.
So I liked their elfen and dwarves banter in the second episodes, and I felt like they were keeping it much alive in this series as well. So that was one of those nostalgic moments for me. This overall premiere was very nostalgic for me. I was hoping that theme song would be played in this series, but yeah, that was missing in some parts, but I totally enjoyed it. The music and all those things were totally apt. Well, if I have to say about the story of this so it starts with Galadriel trying to search Sauron and his orcs. He's trying to find out whether they will attack them in the near future or not. So that's how the story progresses, and there are different characters at different places who, as I have said earlier, will be trying to come together by the end of this season. Most probably, that's my guess. That's what happens in every other show. So that's the story. It will focus on Sauron's regime, his history and the past. Name of the show suggests Rings of Power, so it will definitely focus on how those rings were forged. So if I have to compare this series with any of the other series that I've recently seen, mainly focusing on fantasy part, so I can just compare it with the Wheel of Time, because that is Prime Video, and Prime Video, like I talked about House of Dragons when I was at the premiere. So let's not talk about it, let's talk about Prime Video. So that was Wheel of Time, and I have read the first 4 books, as I've said. So this was something new. Rings of Power, I don't know much about the story. It takes before like 4,500 odd years before the main Middle Earth Lord of the Rings series. So I didn't know much about the story, but in a way it was much better than Wheel of Time. It was binding. The themes, the friendship and the characters were very much alive, and I felt them like much closer to the books, and as I've said, I just love them. That was my review of the first 2 episodes. I'm definitely eager to watch this story. I feel much more nostalgic whenever I'm moving ahead with the same. And do let me know in the comment section below. I haven't checked as of now, like all the episodes would be posted together, or the first 5 will be posted, then it would be a weekly run, or it would be a weekly run from the start itself. So House of Dragons is a weekly run, so I'm just hoping all the episodes are drop at the start and I can just finish the same by the end of this week. So yeah, that was my review, that was my experience from this event, Lord of the Rings of Power premiere. Yeah, that was all for this video. I just hope you liked it. If you did, you can hit the like button, you can comment down below and let me know your thoughts about the same. If you have anything to say, if you have anything to add, you can definitely comment down below and let me know the same. So that was my video, Rings of Power premiere. I was lucky to have gotten a chance to attend the same. So yeah, just watch and wait for my new videos very soon. So that was all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.